We are back with another round of Am I the A-hole? Okay, cheers to not being an a-hole. Some of you can't cheers to that. Oh, burn! I'm just kidding. I had to say it. It came into my mind. I had to say it. Cheers! You're all lovely people, I'm sure. Am I the a-hole for reminding my brother that it's his fault he didn't get to raise my niece? He went to prison for identity theft and forgery when my niece, now 18, was only 7 years old. I raised her from that point. Now that he is out, he has visited us a few times. The first visit was a little bit awkward. I had asked my niece if she was ready and she said yes, but it was still a little weird. On the second one, it was better. The third visit, he found out I had allowed her to do boxing since she was 10, and she's still taking classes with a personal trainer every week. My brother got really upset about it. He then said girls shouldn't do boxing and that I'd failed as an uncle. As I was just standing there, stunned for a moment, then I asked, should I have committed forgery and gotten sent to prison like you instead? It's your fault you weren't around to make the choices. In hindsight, I realized it was kind of a dick move from me to say that to someone who just got out not too long ago, but I was just so pissed at the moment. Our mother also called me later that night to say I don't have to throw it in his face that way. Should I have just held my tongue? Honestly, this seems like a very brother-sibling thing to do. You were stating a fact. It's the truth. And yes, I'm sure he doesn't want to hear that after the time he just spent. He's out like, yeah, you don't gotta remind me, I just did the time. I get it, but at the same time, I feel like my sassy mouth, if that was me and they were trying to question the fact that I took on to be a parent to your child because you made bad choices, I might get a little defensive there also. I don't think you're an a-hole. Could you have bit your tongue? 100%. Could you have worded it differently? 100%. But I feel like this is like a very natural human way to react to something like that. I don't know what just happened there. Am I the a-hole for telling my stepdaughter she is banned from cooking unless she follows a set of rules? Okay, let's hear it. My stepdaughter, 15, Linda, has ADHD. It is a huge challenge since she is forgetful. She has a few ways to help, like lists and apps, but she gets distracted so easily. Quickly. I'm just making shit up, yo. This is a huge problem when cooking. In general, she doesn't like the food I make that much, so she will cook herself something. This is not okay due to her always leaving the kitchen when cooking. I'm not talking about leaving for a few minutes and coming back. Linda will leave for long periods of time and usually results in a burnt mess on the stove. My husband and I have told her so many times that she needs to set an alarm of something if she leaves. She doesn't. I came home today and again she was burning food. I had enough and sat her down with my husband and gave a list of rules if she wants to cook. 1, she can't leave the kitchen. 2, she needs to inform someone in the house that she is cooking. And 3, if she burns her food, she will be grounded from the kitchen for a week. I mean like pitch black, not normal cooking burning. She is pissed, and now his ex-wife is on us for restricting her access to her own food. She called us huge jerks. Now, I am not a parent, you guys, so I would love to hear from parents out there. But I think this is very reasonable. You're not just saying, screw it, we're banning her, you're not allowed to cook. You're saying, hey, let's have a conversation about how serious this is, because things can go very wrong if something were to burn in the kitchen. A lot of damage can be done there. She could get hurt. This is only for safety. It's not to be an a-hole. I think you're trying to have the safety of her, of your home, everything. So I feel like this is very reasonable to sit down, set some ground rules, and if they're not taken seriously and they're not abided to, then there's got to be a consequence there. You know, okay, then 1 week out of the kitchen. This seems super reasonable to me, but parents, what do you think? What do you think? I love that this is labeled everyone sucks. Not if they're an a-hole or not, just a general, you know what? No, everyone sucks. Am I the a-hole for not letting a service dog into my party? Well, see, right off the bat, I get defensive because I love dogs. So I'm like, a-hole. But we got to hear them out. We got to hear them out. I, 29 male, hosted a pumpkin carving party for my friends and I this past weekend. And a decision I made is causing drama amongst us. The party was indoors and it's still nearly 100 during the day where I'm at. I dislike cats and dogs, any and all. My friends know this. Primarily, I think they are filthy. I want nothing to do with them because of that. A buddy and his current fling, early relationship girlfriend, however you want to define it, showed up. She has a golden retriever with her. I did not know this dog was coming. No one ran this by me. I would have said no. I pulled him aside and I told him the dog had to go. He says if the dog has to go, she has to go, and then I have to go too. I just say, come on, man, you should know better than to bring a dog to my house. He said that it's a service animal, apparently for diabetes. He thought it would be different. I said no, it might medically help her, but it's still an effing animal. He starts arguing, but maintained my stance. I offered to keep it in the garage with the AC on. He goes and talks to his girl and she looks annoyed. I felt bad about that. They opt to leave. He lets me know I'm an a-hole. My friends were all split on how I handled it. Am I the a-hole? Ooh, this is so tricky. This is so freaking tricky because I understand it's your home. That's your opinion. You don't like dogs, whether I agree or not, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have it and it's your home. But because it's a service dog, of course, someone would be like, well, can you be understanding? It's for her diabetes. It's a service dog. I think it was nice that you said, like, can we put the dog locked up? I'll even put the AC on, leave it comfortable. I don't know. I really do understand both sides and whether or not I want to be like,
just let the freaking dog stay.
It's not my house, so who am I to judge? Everyone sucks though. Everyone who doesn't like dogs suck. I'm just kidding. You're allowed, but like, I just don't get it. I just don't get how you don't like pets. They're so sweet. Am I the a-hole for giving my husband crap about his reaction to our daughter's grades? Now the internet has labeled him not the a-hole, or her, not the a-hole, but I'll be the judge.
Because my opinion's the only one that matters.
I'm just kidding. Y'all, imagine I was really like that. Ew. My daughter is in the 6th grade. She is in the gifted program and is taking 7th to 8th grade math. Cannot relate. She had her first report card and had all A's. Cannot relate. Her lowest grade was in science at a 94. Okay, I am sorry to say I would not be friends with your kid. We would have nothing in common. Love that for her though. Upon seeing her report card, my husband asked my daughter, what happened there? Why is that a 94? I got mad and told him that was messed up because a 94 is a great grade. He says he is giving her motivation and he knows she can do better. I think he is sending the message that her grades aren't good enough and he's going to give her a complex. Am I being unreasonable? I know he's coming from a good place, but I think he's sending her a terrible message. Okay, I agree with you. Not the a-hole. I think that amount of pressure on a child who's already doing incredible and above and beyond the majority of students, you're gonna create this in her that no matter how hard she works, no matter what grade she gets, if it's not 100, it's not good. Like, that can't be healthy. That can't be healthy. She's gonna feel she's never good enough. If anything, it would make me less motivated because it would be so discouraging. Like, I just got a 94 and straight A's and I'm in the gifted program and you have something to point out. Excuse me? Bro, your kid should be on America's Got Talent, okay? Am I the a-hole for telling a stranger that I'm too poor to go out and do anything for my birthday? Backup account because I don't want this on my main. Okie dokie. Basically, I, 21 female, was at the store with my friend, 22 female, and we were picking up some groceries with the last $50 in our bank accounts for the week until we get paid again in the first week of November. We were talking about what we were planning for Halloween and my birthday next week when a random woman walks over to us and tells me that, quote, I should just be grateful to be alive for my birthday and that it's selfish to want material things for my birthday. I look back at her and say, well, you're in luck considering I'm spending my last $50 on some food for my cat and dog and lunch for my work this week. I'll be too poor to do anything. She called me an a-hole for saying that and stormed off. Now even my friend is saying that was a little harsh. Am I the a-hole? Huh? No, you were just having a conversation with your friend and she butted into it. Yes, let's all be grateful. Every birthday that comes around, we had another year on this earth. I think we should totally be grateful for that. But also, you're in your early 20s. Of course, you wish you had the money to do something for your birthday. That doesn't make you a bad person. I don't know. To me, it's like you butt into my conversation, lady, and you don't even know my finances or my personal life. So I'm getting defensive because I feel like I would be defensive if someone walked up on me like that. You know where I came from. You know what I go through behind closed doors, financially, not financially. None of your business. Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter, I told you so, and I am not fixing it even though it will cost her thousands to fix. I got a feeling this has to do with the car. My son pointed me to this website. I have a 26-year-old daughter named Ava. We helped her put a down payment on a house and she's changing things in the home. I have told her so many times to hire a professional if it is not a DIY project. I think she means DIY, do it yourself. I have had to fix so many of her projects and I put my foot down, telling her I will not help her from now on. All right, it's not a car, it's a first home. She bought a first home at 26 years old in this economy? How? Well, I guess she had help. That's how. Ava mentioned changing the tile in the bathroom and I told her she should hire someone for that if she isn't using stick-on tile. Well, she went and tried to do it on her own and she made a huge mess of the bathroom. She called me up and asked if I could fix this. I told her, I told you so. We have done this dance way too many times and she needs to hire someone to fix it. She told me it will cost her thousands to fix and I could do it. Told her no again and she called me a jerk. Now she's messed up. Now she has a messed up bathroom since she needs to save up for someone to fix it and she thinks I am a jerk. Sounds like Ava's a little ungrateful. I mean, a lot of people would be so grateful if their parents could help them with a down payment of a home. And the fact that you've helped her with all these other projects. No, you're an adult. You wanted your first home. You got it. I helped you. I gave you advice. You went against it. Yeah, no, Ava's coming off as a little ungrateful, to be honest. Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend's sister about his plans to smear cake into her face at her birthday party? Now, internet says not the a-hole. So let's see if we agree. It was my 24 female boyfriend's 24 male. Oh, that's a lot of numbers. Okay. It was my boyfriend's sister's 27th birthday this past weekend. My boyfriend told me about the plan he made with his brother to push their sister's face into the birthday cake during the cake cutting. I asked him if that was a tradition in their family and he said no, they just wanted to screw with her in a fun way on her birthday. I told him that he should at least tell his sister that they were going to do it, and he said there would be no fun in it since she would not agree with it. I kept telling him not to do it then, but he just told me it would be fine. I decided to tell my boyfriend's sister about it ahead of time so that she could duck if she needed to or something. She told me thanks for letting her know. Anyways, my boyfriend and I went to her party yesterday and my boyfriend and his brother were right next to their sister during the cake cutting and I saw their hands like behind her head as she was bending down to blow out the candles and out of nowhere it was like she had eyes on the back of her head or something. LOL. She quickly got back up and maneuvered and I guess somehow she pushed the older brother's face into the cake after he seemed to try to do it to her. It was pretty funny at the time, since everybody but my boyfriend and his brother was laughing. Anyways, before we left the party, my boyfriend asked me if I tipped his sister off before the cake cutting, and I admitted. I told him I had to, since it would be wrong to humiliate her on her birthday without her consent. My boyfriend was a bit upset for a bit, but he said he wasn't that upset since his sister ended up pushing their other brother's face into the cake instead and not his. Am I the a-hole? Oh, so it's funny to put her face in the cake, but not your face in the cake. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is very situational based on the person. There are some people who would find their face getting put in cake, whatever. They'd be able to laugh it off, no problem. Other people would be genuinely pissed. So I feel like if you know them and you know how they'd react, you want to tell them, but I feel like it's super situational because that could go one or two ways. You could either really ruin her day or it's funny, she takes it lighthearted and it's a great moment. But oh my God, man. Whew. On that note, since I'm not keeping it very classy today, I will keep it sassy. And let me know if you think, am I the a-hole? Not me, the people there. You just keep your thoughts about me to yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow.